Hey everyone, thanks for hopping into Brightspace and taking a look at our quick asynchronous lecture on Talent Booker. As you can see, I want to have this conversation because story time. A few years ago, I led a conversation with your peers about talent bookers and then sent everyone off to do an assignment. And 95% of the students got it wrong. They didn't understand the difference between a talent booker, a talent agent, even an entertainment lawyer. So, like, there was some blurred lines. And we've talked a great deal about trying to differentiate public relations from advertising from marketing. And so there's concepts and terms that often people don't know and don't understand. And this is important because talent bookers are a key part of the atmosphere when it comes to media relations. Any major podcast, TV show, syndicated radio, you name it, the talent booker is the gatekeeper for getting earned media for your client. So if you take, for example, Stephen Colbert and his Tonight Show, well, you don't reach out to Stephen Colbert to get talent on the show. There is a talent booker or a team that handles all talent requests, all pitches, runs the schedule and the calendar. And that is the person that you need in your Rolodex. That is the person that you want to build a relationship with as you have different clients. So for the next couple of slides, I will detail what a talent booker is and what they do and how to differentiate them from other people that are also in the world that you may exist in as a publicist. Let's get started. All right, so as you can see over there, talent bookers are professionals who are responsible for finding, negotiating, and securing performers, celebrities, and guests for a slew of different type of media outlets and communication channels. So again, you heard me say the Tonight Show, think SNL, The View, any CNN, MSNBC, your Fox shows, all of your political shows. There's a talent booker who brings in all of the guests. And so that person, their job is to not only secure the appropriate talent, but to make sure the talent makes the most sense for the audience of the show that they work with and for the actual interviewee, because it's about chemistry. And so the talent booker is thoughtful in their job. So you can pitch and say, I think my client will be great for you. But the talent booker says, is this great for my audience? Is this someone that our star can have a great conversation with? Is this going to make sense? Is it going to rub people the wrong way? What's going to happen? So it's all about relationships, hence why it's a part of the public relations atmosphere. Now, mind you, you're not just pitching, but you're going back and forth with the talent bookers. You're negotiating what day, what time, what questions to ask. And then you're also working through all the fine details, when they need to arrive, who their check-in persons with, all that kind of great stuff. So they are your person that will get into the show and then work through all of the fine details. That is a talent booker. Make sense? If it does not make sense, let's go a little bit deeper. So that talent booker, in addition to managing, securing talent, finding the right talent, and make sure it makes sense for the show in which they represent, they are absolutely working on oftentimes with the PR and the communications team of that person, the writer. And if you don't know what a writer is, it's the agreement that when you come on, what's going to be in the green room, what kind of questions can and cannot be asked, what kind of food needs to be made available, who's going to handle hair, makeup, transportation. Absolutely. When your client, whether it's a politician, whether it's a movie star, whether it's a cookbook author or chef, when they are doing media, not only are they publicizing that product themselves, that entity, but they need to look good. They need to sound good. They need to seem smart and engaging and thoughtful. It's about perception. And so hair and makeup matters. What questions are asked are matter. What that chemistry look like matters. So the talent booker is very interested in securing the best talent. And even though they need content and you want coverage, your formative research will really help you understand if you can get this pitch going and get it secure for earned media. So as you can see, the talent booker, they're going to manage logistics and budgets and relationships. And then they're also going to handle contract negotiators and writer fulfillment. This is why when you have 8, 9, 10, 20 clients, your day is filled, not just with pitching, which we've been talking about ad nauseum, but when you're in the field getting your talent secured, you have to execute it all the way through. So writing the pitch is that first step. If that pitch gets accepted, then you have to walk it out. So you have to have that blog post already attached. You have to have that banner ad attached. You have those bios attached. Because then the real work begins. And the talent booker is a key person that's a part of that conversation. So I just wanted to give everyone just a quick snapshot of all of the different outlets that exist. They can be local, regional, national, and international. It can be podcast, TV, radio, you name it. All of them have talent bookers. Your Rolodex of bloggers, of podcasters, of talent bookers, of journalists is long and constantly changing. It is often what you would do as an intern, assistant, or a coordinator, keeping those contacts relevant and up to date, reaching out, doing early pitching. So, again, you can see right here. You look at any of these shows, any of these locations, how do you get earned media? You pitch the talent booker. And then going back to that last slide, and then work through the negotiation, work through the scheduling, work through the writer. Now let's differentiate between a talent booker and other key players. So before I wrap up this really brief lecture, we have our talent booker, and I've aimed to illustrate who they are, what they do, and what world they exist. That doesn't negate anyone else here, so let's just quickly break them down so you can differentiate them before you jump into your quiz. So in addition to our talent booker, we have talent agents. They are very different and often not a part of the PR world. This is the actor, dancer, musician. They have talent agents, and talent agent is arguably pitching their talent to secure work, not exposure, work. So the talent agent is sending the actor out on auditions. The talent agent is working with their musician to get them actually on stage. Very, very different. Talent agent looking at the creative aspect and getting that creative juices flowing. We are more earned media and promotions. Talent agents are not talent bookers. The talent agent is getting the talent in the door to be seen to book work. The talent booker is a gatekeeper from getting that established talent on to talk about their product. I hope you understand the difference. I am going to test you on that. Next are talent managers. Equally important, may be a part of the team. Talent managers guide the careers of artists, entertainers, and athletes, specifically looking at business affairs, long-time strategy, contract negotiation may be a part of that, but sometimes talent managers are really just handling travel. Sometimes talent managers are really just handling more relationships that look at how family are engaging with them, how their finances look, their kind of long-term ideas of like who they want to be. Talent managers are usually relational, not necessarily in earned media, but like your cousin, your uncle, your parents. Beyonce's father was her talent manager. And then last but not least, we have entertainment lawyers. Now, this is a standout thing, but here's where it gets interesting. The publicists, the talent agent and the talent manager and the lawyers in some way, shape, or form are looking out for the best interests of the client. The ways in which they do that may be different. And there's also overlap. I know, hang in there with me. So negotiating contracts, the legally is the lawyer. The bread and butter is the agent. The specifics, depending on where they're going, might be the manager, meaning they just need bottled water. Us as the publicist, if we're negotiating anything, it's media training, talking points, what can and cannot be asked from a communication standpoint. So I know this is really layered. And here's the truth, and not to just muddy the waters. You can get a degree from Bentley, majoring in public relations, and do any of these jobs because they are all relational and focused, and there's going to be different degrees of overlap. So you can absolutely entertainment, get any of these jobs, and talk to anyone in these roles, and they all may have communication or PR degrees. All right, so that's it. I wanted you to understand who and what talent bookers are, understanding right here, according to this page, what talent bookers not only are, but the world in which they exist where other people have different titles as well. You have a 5-question quiz going over these last couple of slides, going over some of these concepts and terms. Once you start it, you have about 15 minutes, so make sure you're focused, get it done. 5 questions, multiple choice, true, false. It'll be graded once you're done. And then I will see you on Monday. Everyone, have a great weekend.